accountable, reliable, understandable person in the academic career as well as with the personal life, right? I whenever respect our director, Mr. Asal Mustafa sir. I wanted to talk about the host of this grand ceremony. Mr. Rishad has come from Hemmathakama to this, to witness, to honor this event. Likewise, all the students of our 2020 part-timers. Sometimes your better half, your weighted partners may be with you, right? So in my greetings, I welcome them and appreciate your presence for being at this grand occasion. And all the 2020 part-timers, Assalamu alaikum, good afternoon to you all. You know, the first impression is the best impression, right? The first impression is the best impressions. It's the powerful saying is here. So your impressive receptions at the arrival to this grand gathering that you have organized is really appreciated. Fabulous, fantastic. First of all, I have to appreciate the effort you had made together at this scenic place, right? With the scenic surrounding, now you have gathered here. So I can really value the amount of time you had spent in relation to organize this event. So I was one of the HNDE students at this event, right? It's a proud moment to remind that event. In the year 2004, right, I was a student of this event as a HNDE student, right? It's a proud moment, right? So, you know, the name Slate has given us a powerful, impressive rationale for the academic advancements. So, dear friends, I would like to call you all as my friends, dear colleagues. You can be here as a student at our ATS Amma. Though you are part-timers, your role is different. Only Saturday, Sunday, we used to call you as a student as well as our candidate of our department. So, you know, during the weekdays, you will be busy with your academic, with your career advancements. So really, I am delighted to witness your collaborative arrangements in order to honor your lecturers and your patience for being gathered at this junction. So since our director is arriving at this gathering, though I have already welcomed our director in his absence, but once again, I greet in my speech, right? So really I am delighted to witness your artistic performance. So at the beginning of my lecture, right, at the very first day, I mean with the first couple of weeks, sometimes you might had some bitterness, sometimes without having understanding, right? Sometimes you might have. Exactly, I know it. This is not the first batch for me. I know it. Though you are adults, though you are, sometimes some of you are here elder than me, younger than me are here, right? I knew it by the way of your stern look, right? But now you see, I can still remember in my what do you call schooling, right? I can remember it's the right time to recall it, that, right? During my schooling, you know, there was a girl, you know, she was my enemy at the beginning, and later she became my best friend, one of my best friends. At the beginning, right? At the beginning she was my enemy, and I was her enemy, and finally we became the best friends, right? Sometimes, you know, the situation can change the atmosphere, right? So dear candidates, once again I appreciate your effort, your hardship to call all of us here to witness your grand gathering. As I said earlier, the first impression is the best impression, right? So here I can see one of our students. This is the line from one of our students. It's a proud moment for us today. This is what we expect. This is what we expect from the beginning onwards. So you can see here, the symbolic changes in you all has been taken place at this juncture while I'm observing your performance, right? Now you have developed your confidence, I mean your, what do you call, the frustration, your nervousness, they might be eliminated, right? Now we are here to see the host-like result, and I have seen many hosts from your bench, right? Now you became singers, reciters, playwrights. So within couple of semester, with a single semester, you have achieved more than what we expect from you all. So that's what I, you know, as I said earlier, the impression. So I have brought the, what do you call, the stuff what you had given to me. Yeah. Be creative. Be innovative. Show the uniqueness. And I want to tell you one thing. From our part-timers as well as the full-timers, we had attended number of events, and even our director is here, right? Whenever the Department of English extend an invitation, he never refuses. He never refuses. He reserves times on attending, honoring the students, right? So it's your time to honor our director. So why don't you give him a very big hand? Physical presence of an head of an administration is really difficult, right? Even Mike, as you see here today, I thought of coming here early, but since it is the holiday, we are searching of holidays, right? See, now the director has come here at your invitation. as well as all our academic colleagues. They respected your invitation, they have come here. So now it's your time to honor our HODs. It's your time. Come on. Give an appreciation. Right. A lot of appreciations. Right? As well as our internship coordinator, Sraj sir. Yes? Come on. Right. Right. At this juncture, I want to highlight only 2-3 words, then I'll take my place. You know, you might have seen the great leaders in the world. You might have seen great leaders in the world, starting from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You can take him as an example. So we should not go anywhere, but he's there. You see, being humble is a noble quality, or else the characteristics which they had to follow. So at this juncture, I would like to question whether are you all humble? Whether are you all humble? Whether are you all humble? I repeat it thrice to emphasize on the terminology humble. Whether are you humble to your parents? Whether are you all humble to your husband or your wife, your relatives? Then finally you will excel. You know, even the former president of India. So all people say Abdul Kalam, no? Right? You know him. How he is? So they became the great leaders, world leaders. What was that? What was the rationale behind their advancements in their career? What was there? They were humble. He was humble. So be humble. First of all, you should be humble to your parents first, your mother, your father, your brothers, your siblings, your husband, your wife. Take this juncture to emphasize on the terminology humble to be. I hope you might be. You all can be. But just recall it. How far you are humble to. Take a moment. Take a moment and think of that. Right? Along with being humble, being wise. Being wise. What is meant by wise? Wise? Not wife. It is here. Wife is there. Wise means? Yes, Mr. Rizat. What is meant by wise? Always I am asking questions even to the lecture and even here also. Right, you know it. That's my culture, right? That's my passion, right? Huh? Sorry? Very good. So I just check your... Right? So I just get some interactions with you all, right? I used to have it, right? You know it. Okay, dear. So be wise. And the last word is loving with each other. Loving. Extend the words of lovings with each other. Whether do you just raise. Right? So I have highlighted only 3 terminologies. Humble, wise. My final term is Fayat. What was my final term is? Loving each other. So he is, right, recording, he is attentive. See, so I am happy. I am proud of you. Right, this is what we expect from you. And, your arrangement is really fantastic. Well organized. Coordinated. I mean, you might have harvested sometimes some bitterness during the organization. Yes, the smile of Fayat can symbolize that, right? Okay. Right, I hope you all will consider what I had stated at this juncture. And when you have these occasions, I might see some events staged in Tamil. That's good. But in future, I hope these verses, these poetic verses, should be translated immediately by Miss Najima, and immediately you have to email me the English translation of these poetic verses. And you know the Kamala Vijayaratna. She is my lecturer when I was at the University of Colombo for my PhD thesis. She became a famous poet, and her lines were included in the Sri Lankan curriculum, especially literature. You can be, right? We have given the platform. We are giving the platform. Make use of it. Take it as a challenge. And Najima, I expect your English verses before inshallah 8 o'clock. I'm always giving the deadline, right? That's my pleasure, right? Make it active, creative, innovative. And before 8 o'clock, I will see. And after that, it will be shared with the group, right? You also can enjoy it. Okay, so thank you very much for inviting me with my family. And you know about my family situation, right? That's what now I have accepted. And honored your invitation, I came with my children. And sometimes I might use much time, so I'm sorry for that. But anyhow, this is the right juncture, because always we are seeing you online, but it's the first time we see you physical. With the physical access, we hope sometime the physical access will be very soon, right? Anyhow, online lectures made a powerful change in our students, especially the Department of English. Yes? Don't you? Witness? Okay, so with your noddings, I take my place. Thank you very much for inviting and giving this a chance. Okay, so.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable advices.